Thank you for joining us. We will get started here shortly. Go ahead and mute your microphones if you have them on.
Yes, again, that's how live workout sessions. Oh, well,
Yeah.
From the hot mic.
Yep. Leaning like that. Give it another minute here for some people to jump on with us.
See, I wonder, should I put myself on, put us on a stage? So it's just us, not like the full. Let's see here. Move the stage.
Sure. All right, I think we will go ahead and get started. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I am your host, Jess Gregory. We are here with our esteemed guest, Coach Travis, and we are going to be talking about healthy everyday habits. So if you do not know Coach Trav, A, you're missing out, but B, I'm gonna let him introduce himself so that you can get more familiar. Trav?
All right, thanks, Jess. All right, team. Trent, how's it going, Richard? Hey, Kathy. Hey, Cody. All right, so my name is Travis Udesi. I'm your fitness coach. You probably have seen me out in the field, just kind of highlighting the resources that are available to you, doing the live workout sessions. Maybe I put together a fitness program for you. But yeah, you probably see me out and about, or even some of the YouTube videos. But that's me. I kind of I'm out and about just kind of highlighting health and wellness and fitness that will better help you and your well-being.
Cool. Trav, can you give us a little bit of your background so they kind of understand where you're coming from there?
Oh yeah. So I have been in the health and fitness space for about 20 years. For a long time. I've been teaching group exercise classes for about 15 years. My favorite class to teach is spin. I love me some HIIT, some high intensity training, high intensity interval training, and also yoga. I love teaching yoga. My little spin on yoga. Um, Also personal training. I've been personal training for a while, for about 15 years, one-on-one, small group. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I've been in this space for a while now, preaching health and wellness.
Awesome. All right, so now you know Coach Trav. When you see him out in the field, make sure you come over. You can chat with him at any time. We'll also have his email address so you can get in touch with him at the end of the session so that you know how to ask any other questions that maybe weren't answered today. All right, you ready to get into it, Trav?
Let's do it.
All right, so we got a bunch of great questions from you guys when you registered for the event here today. So we're going to start with those. At the end of this session, we'll go ahead and do a Q&A. Christina is going to be our chat moderator, so feel free to pop it into the chat. She'll jump on a little bit later and kind of ask those questions out loud, and then we'll be able to answer them for you. So feel free to participate there at the end. All right, first up, here's a great question from one of you, our thoughtful listeners. I feel like I am in a slump. How do I get back into the habit of working out?
Oh yeah, so that's a common question for sure. It's all about building routine. We kind of all hit those lows where just don't feel motivated to do anything. I like to have I like to have a workout partner. Someone's going to hold me accountable. So building that routine around that. So maybe picking a time of day that you can feel like you can work out. You can get like a solid 30-minute workout. So it can be in the mornings, afternoon, in the evening. But again, pick that time, kind of stick to that time, and then have that workout partner or someone you guys kind of negotiate the time in the day, and then go from there. So again, scheduling that workout date, partner, workout, and then after that, just go from there. So you got your you're starting out with your workout routine, and then figure out what you want to do. So it can be as simple as a 10-minute workout. But again, just figure out what you want to do. Maybe today I'm going to focus on cardio. Maybe today I'm going to focus on strength. But again, now you and your workout partners, you got something you're going to focus on. So start there, and that hopefully that kind of builds some momentum and keep you going. But yeah, start out with just selecting a workout time. Again, whatever works best for you and that person. And then start from there. Again, just getting in the gym is going to help with all that.
Okay, cool. So we'll jump in a little bit more into some of the exercises that you can do if you haven't been working out to kind of get you back into it.
Right.
But a lot of things that people ask are, is there a specific time of day that makes it best to work out? So can you touch base on that just a little bit? Because you did a little bit just to give our viewers an idea of when is the best time, if there is one, FYI.
Yeah, there's really not it's whatever works best for you. So again, for me, it's in the morning. I just like to knock it out early. But it depends on where's your energy at. I mean, I know a lot of us have kids, so maybe the mornings is not negotiable. Maybe you have to get it in the evening. So it's just as long as you can get it in, sometime during the day, and you can also build it in throughout the day. It doesn't have to be a 30-minute workout. You can break it in, you can break it up into little micro workouts throughout the day. So as long as you're moving, add these little micro workouts throughout your day, I would consider that a workout, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So, hot tip here too, Travis does do workouts that are about 10 to 20 minutes long. So you could do those throughout the day on our YouTube channel. All right, let's jump into some of the actual exercises you could do. So you mentioned getting to the gym, you mentioned doing some things throughout the day. So can you give us a tip if we're just starting out? What are some great exercises that we can do to get back into a routine?
Yeah, just starting out very simple. And again, I keep throwing out gym. You don't even have to go to the gym. You can do a lot of these movements at home, at your workstation, at your desk. Air squats. Air squats are great, just your basic squats, feet flat on the ground, pushing the hips back, getting low. That's going to help rev up your metabolism. It's going to work some of the biggest muscles in your body, the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes. Squats are great. What else? Push-ups, of course, again, just keeping it simple. It doesn't have to be your on the toes push-ups. It can be on your knees. Planks are awesome. I mean, just hanging out in that plank position. You guys all done planks before. You're on your forearms, you're on your toes. You can even go down to your knees. But again, it's all about just maybe picking 3 to 4 different movements, simple movements, squats, push-ups, planks, maybe some crunches. And then put it together, make it like a little circuit. Maybe do it for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat for 2 to 3 rounds. And boom, now you got yourself a workout routine. So again, whatever works best for you, whatever you have in your space. Again, you don't need any fancy equipment or anything like that. I truly enjoy using, just using my own body weight to get a nice little workout in.
Absolutely. There are a ton of body weight exercises you guys can check out. Quick Google search if you need some extra ideas. Of course, you can always email Coach Trav. He'll give you some suggestions as well. But that's a great thing to do if you're telling them 5-10 minutes, get a workout in, push your couch aside, do some squats, do some push-ups.
And I like to do, sorry, Jess, it's one of those things where I like to do this in the morning. Like I wake up, I get hydrated first, I go downstairs, and I try to knock out 2 to 3 movements. I think, again, for me, it's just a way for me to get going in the morning. And again, I go to my squats. I do about, squats for about 30 seconds. And for me, that's my caffeine. It wakes me up. And then I might go into a plank for 30 seconds. And then I might do some bicycle crunches. And then by that time, it's like, all right, I got to get going with my day. But again, just simple movements like that helps me set the pace for my day. But then it also have me thinking about what else I can do later on in the day.
Yes. I love that you brought up water too, because I am not a coffee drinker. People think I'm weird, but getting up and drinking water is definitely something that helps you get hydrated. And I know we had a question about that, so we might as well dive into how you feel about hydration and how that can help with your workouts as well as being satisfied throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, we all know water is super duper important, right? Not just water, your electrolytes, right? So I don't know if you guys, you got Smart Water, you got Element, you just want, sometimes you just want a little bit more than just actual water. So, like your sodium, your magnesium, your potassium, just things that are going to help keep you hydrated. And then when you hydrate early in the morning, I like to do it like seriously right when I wake up. I'll grab a glass of water, maybe like Smart Water. First of all, it kind of helps with that hunger curve. Sometimes we wake up hungry, the water's going to help diminish that. It's going to get you hydrated right away. And it kind of, for me, it kind of wakes me up, kind of gets rid of that sleepiness right away. But again, just start your day hydrated. You're already winning because you know what happens when throughout the day, we tend to get super busy. Next thing you know, you only had a couple sips of water throughout the day. Maybe you're drinking other beverages, but we truly need to focus on our hydration, especially those electrolytes. So yeah, it's very important, and it definitely goes hand in hand with the nutrition and your activity. Again, when you're adding that activity throughout the day, you're gonna get dehydrated very quickly, and dehydration is one of those things that kind of creeps up on you too. Like you don't realize how dehydrated you are until you start to feel the symptoms. Like you might get a headache, you might get a little sluggish, fatigue. Next thing you know, it's like, wow, I brought this big water bottle, but I only had a couple sips out of it. So again, start your day with some hydration, drink it up and then continue to sip throughout the day. And I know there's some folks out there that don't like the taste of water because I've been in the field and I know you guys like, I do not like the taste of water. And it's totally cool to, I guess like flavor it up a little bit.
Yeah. What are your favorite flavors?
What I'll do is I'll throw a little, maybe I'll throw a little ginger in my water.
Okay.
Ginger is great for inflammation, so it does help reduce inflammation. I thought, and it kind of, adds a little spice to my water, of course, you probably heard people throw lemons in it and all that good stuff. Some mint leaves are great.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Mint and cucumber?
Yeah, go ahead and get crazy with it.
Why not?
Make
it more fun.
Seriously. Have fun with your drink. I mean, you're still consuming that liquid that your body truly needs, especially now it's so hot out there. Yeah.
Good. Oh, the camera shut off. All right, guys, we're having a little technical difficulty, but we're still here with you. As soon as we can get that screen back on, we'll go ahead and jump back into it. All right, and we're back. Back in action.
Sorry, I needed a water break.
Right. We got our handy dandy water bottles here. You know, you gotta have that ready. Awesome. All right, so we know what kind of drinks you can put extra flavors into your water to get more water intake throughout the day. Another great question that we often get is, do coffees, teas, hops, if you're from this area, soda, sorry, do those things count as water intake in your opinion?
You know, it's liquid, you're consuming it, you're getting hydrated from it. But it's kind of like, at the end of the day, it's kind of like you're also consuming other things too.
Mhm.
So, with sodas, we all know, oh my,
We're still
they're
here.
still here. With sodas and any other drinks like that, you're just consuming a ton of sugars with it. Sugars that we don't need. Some of these energy drinks, there's some other contents that we're consuming that we definitely do not need.
Absolutely.
So if you could, teas are great. I love drinking teas because, it's one of those things that do hydrate you. They're pretty tasty and they also have other benefits.
Definitely.
Yeah, so teas also have other benefits, depending on what type of tea you're drinking, with different minerals, antioxidants, and all that good stuff. So, they'll definitely help keep you hydrated, but of course, there are some drinks that are better than some, which are good old-fashioned water, your electrolyte water, maybe your sports drinks. Even with sports drinks, you got to be a little bit more conscious about your sports drinks. So like Gatorades,
Oh, yeah.
Powerades, because it does hydrate you. It does have those electrolytes that we truly need
Mhm.
at certain times, but it also has a lot of sugar. And again, if you're trying to, you're pre-diabetic or you're trying to maybe cut some pounds, you don't want those added sugars. Drink, sparkling water is great. I know there's
Yep.
some folks, you truly just need some flavor. Sparkling waters are great. There's no sugar. It's a little carbonation for those who are craving that soda pop, so there's some alternatives out there. But yeah, I mean, my favorite, of course, I just like to spice up my waters. I would grab some water out again, throw something in it just to kind of make it a little bit more interesting for me to drink.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely good to know because I know a lot of people are like, well, I had 7 coffees today. Does
Yeah.
that count towards my water intake? So it's nice to hear kind of a different opinion and thought on that. Other things too, just a quick plug for Coach Trav. He is doing a YouTube video for a Move Monday. If you're not familiar with our Move Mondays, that's when Trav goes on and does some nice videos for us in our YouTube channel. He's going to talk about the oral health side of those sugary drinks. So we have that coming up in Dental Health Month, so keep an eye out for that as well. So
Yeah.
good stuff there. All right, let's kind of switch gears a little bit and move into chatting about nutrition a little bit more.
Okay.
So nutrition is always a big question that we get from people out in the field. I know Trav is always answering those types of questions. And we got some great ones from you guys here. So one of them is, what are some healthy food options that will give me more energy and keep me fuller longer?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. There's quite a few, and again, you gotta do your research, see what works best for you. But carbs kind of get a bad rap because they do kind of encourage more, I guess, consumption. But carbs are great. Complex carbs, I guess, are great for sustaining energy. So like, think about like whole grain toast or something like that. I love protein. Protein is going to help keep you full, keep you satisfied for a long period of time. So definitely, I like to consume more protein than anything else, right? So when you're thinking about protein, you want to get at least 1 gram per body weight for your protein consumption. But a lot of foods that going to give you some energy. Again, I like bananas. Bananas is gonna get you going a little bit. most fruits, actually, most fruits are gonna give you a little bit of energy.
Get you started in
Get
the
you
morning.
started for sure. Proteins are gonna keep you full, keep you satisfied. Uh, and then just little snacks throughout the day. Like I was just talking to Jess, like protein bars. Like whenever you do pick a snack, look at the back of that label, see what's in it. Try to get a lot of protein in your snacks. Again, it's going to help keep you satisfied, keep you full, so you're not munching on something else. Things to stay away from, like simple carbs. Think about like chips or like little fruit snacks. Granola bars are good because they do have some fibers, some complex carbs in there that will provide some energy. But again, look at that label. We just don't want to consume too much of that sugar. But again, do your research. You can kind of search most of this stuff. But think about proteins. It's going to help keep you satisfied, keep you full. It's going to give you some energy. And then you got your fiber, which is in fruits, veggies, of course. It's going to going to give you some energy too.
Yeah, for sure. We actually brought some snacks because that is one of the questions that you guys had. So we wanted to talk a little bit about some healthier versions of snacks. We had a couple of those where you guys are like, I'm on the road, whether you're an operator, or if you're out in the field and you can't get to like your car to have a break or anything like that. Some great ideas for healthy snacks, as Trav mentioned, were protein bars. So we brought a couple so we can share an idea with you of what you should be looking at. Can you grab those?
Oh yeah.
So can you talk to us a little bit about these different healthy snack items? Because not everything is as what it seems. Like
Right.
you can get things that tell you like, hey, this is a clean protein bar, but is it really? So can you talk a little bit about those options? And
Yeah.
we have a few to show you here.
Oh yeah, for sure. So again, this is a Clif Bar wrapper. I already consumed it. It was pretty delicious. Clif Bars are my go-to because it does have some quality protein in it. Again, for this one, it's around 8 to 10 grams of protein, and it doesn't have too much sugar in it. So again, it's going to keep me satisfied for a little bit until I can get a quality lunch in. But again, always look at the back of that label, and then look at the calorie content because you want to consume some quality protein, but we don't really need all of the calories. I guess depending on your fitness goals. So Clif Bars is a good one, and a good one that I just found out is this one right here.
Pasco, baby.
This is a clean protein bar, and this is great because it has 15 grams of protein. And again, it's going to keep you, again, satisfied for a lot longer. This is something that I truly can just eat in the morning. Big glass of water, eat this bad boy here, and I'll probably be good until about, lunchtime. It's going to keep me energized throughout the day because it does have some quality carbohydrates in here too. And again, it's not just like just sugar carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are truly just sugars, but this one actually has a little bit of some complex carbs in it, and carbs that are actually made from real ingredients. Because a lot of things are just processed. I don't know the last time you've been to the supermarket, but a lot of things are ultra processed, just loaded with sugars and salts. So again, just kind of pay attention to what you're consuming. And then there's this one right here. This is your good old fashioned what is this? Nature Valley Crunchy Nutri-Grain bar, granola bar. So this one is great because it does have it has your oats and it has some granola again, which is going to give you some energy, right? Some great complex carbs, some whole grains, some what else is in here? Some soy,
Sugars.
there's some but
Seeds.
one other thing that you want to look out for this again, this one's kind of loaded with sugar. So for me, I will probably pass on this. Again, it's going to be delicious for sure. It has a lot of sugars in here. But again, depending on your wellness goals, your fitness goals, maybe steer away from something that has lots of sugar lots of carbohydrates, and it also has a high calorie count. And then the carb and the protein on here is only 2 grams of protein. So again, I will definitely, you know, focus more on protein rich power bars or protein bars over anything else. Because again, it's gonna leave you more satisfied, and you're not gonna be prone to snack throughout your morning or throughout your day.
Really, another thing that I know a lot of people ask these questions on is, can I replace food with these items? And I think you'll agree with me when we say that you should be eating whole foods.
Yes.
These are snack options that can get you through if you're starting to feel that lull. A lot of times we have that lull after lunch, right? And it gives you a little bit of a boost, but we want to try to be eating more whole grain foods, whole foods, whole vegetables, fruits, things like that, because those are going to keep you full and they're better for you than things that are loaded. These are great in a bind, much better than the chips and the candies, but they also are just a supplement. So not something that we want to be focused on completely,
Definitely
right?
focus on the whole foods. And again, I always, you've probably heard me say protein 20 times already. But it's one of those things, where it does help with, your body composition. It's gonna feed your muscles. And again, the more muscle you have on your body, the more calories you're gonna burn at rest, right? And so just start your day with a little bit of protein. Again, it doesn't have to be one of these power bars or a shake. Eggs, eggs are great. Tons of protein. Greek yogurt is excellent. Protein, tofu is great. So again, do your research, do what works best for you. And again, when you start your morning, start your day with just some quality whole foods, it's going to set the pace for the rest of your day, the rest of your week, really.
For sure. That kind of rolls us into our next question. One of our lovely listeners would like to know, what are some healthy breakfast habits that we can get started? So it may not just be about what you're having, but setting those habits to start your day off. So you did mention drinking water at the beginning of the day. So what are some other healthy habit tips that you can share with these guys?
Starting off with that water, staying hydrated. Again, getting some quality calories into your body right away. A lot of folks like to skip breakfast, which is fine. And they might eat later on in the day, but again, that first meal you consume should be quality, right? So again, just get some of that quality calories in your body, proteins, some fiber, fruits, and all that good stuff. And then just some movement. If you can kind of sneak in some movement in your day, in your morning, that would be great. It might be a workout. It might just be a morning walk. It might just be something in your house in the basement where you just do a quick little workout. But again, just starting out with a little bit of, with some hydration, a quality meal to start the day, and then some movement. Again, I feel like those three things are just going to set the pace for your day. And for your whole mindset too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just about little baby steps that you can do, especially if you're just starting off. So if you're not used to eating breakfast, we're not telling you to go out there and have a huge English breakfast with all the fixings, right? Find things that can kind of fill you up and what works with your body, because everybody's different. So if you're finding that you can eat a hard-boiled egg in the morning and that will sustain you, wonderful. If you need more, you want that avocado toast with those eggs on the side, that's what your body needs. So it's going to be trial and error, right, Coach? You want to make sure that you find out what works best for you.
And remember, your calories is your energy. That's your energy for the day. So again, strategize. If you're going to have a busy day, strategize for that. You might want to eat something a little hearty is going to get you through that, that 12 o'clock meeting or something like that. And then again, you might have this question in the mix, but just if you don't have time, meal prepping is key. So just for me, what I like to do, I plan ahead, maybe the day prior. I'll make like a little egg dish. I have this little egg casserole dish that I make up. It's like some eggs and just some veggies, potatoes, spinach and stuff. But it's easy. You bake it, boom, and you can eat it for like 3 different breakfasts, and
Yeah,
it just kind of,
great.
it just kind of takes the thinking out of it. Um, and it just kind of helps me make my morning, just a little bit smoother, not having to think like, oh man, where should I eat
Yes.
breakfast at this morning?
Takes away the excuses too, right?
Right.
Because you already know what you're gonna have for breakfast that next day, and so that can kind of help you get in the habit too. If you're one that likes to reach for something sugary in the morning, this is a habit that can get you out of that.
Great point, yeah. Because I love pastries. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
I love, all the
Donuts for
croissants.
breakfast.
Yeah, oh my goodness. So if it's there, of course, I'm gonna grab one. But again, it's like setting yourself up for success. If you have something already made or something that you're planning on making, it just like you said, it just cuts out that excuse. You're eating your your planned meal and you're good to go. But yeah.
Absolutely. I think that kind of takes me into something that I have taught myself to do, because if you go to the grocery store hungry, what are you buying? Not the good stuff. So that kind of ties into meal prepping. If you're preparing your meals ahead of time, then that's what you're reaching for, as opposed to what do I have? If I don't buy snacks, I don't eat them. So can you talk a little bit maybe about that as well, like your ideas of what you kind of do at the grocery store to help build some healthier habits for these guys?
Oh yeah. Again, going back to the whole foods, I try to focus on the whole foods. And I try not to go to the grocery store hungry, because it's one of those things that it will get you. It's like no matter what. But yeah, so I mean, you guys all been to grocery stores and like everything that's processed is gonna be in the middle, right?
Mhm.
So we want to stick to the stuff on the outside. That's where you're gonna find your whole foods. Your produce, and all that good stuff. So if you can, instead of getting chicken nuggets from frozen chicken nuggets, try getting like a chicken breast, and bake it or grill it, however you want to do it.
Air fryers.
Air fryer. Oh my goodness, what a game changer.
Right.
So again, stick to those whole foods. Of course, there are some foods that are just, we're always on the go. So we need something that's convenient. Of course, we all have families, something that's going to feed the family really quick. But again, just be mindful of your habits. So if you do have to go to the frozen aisle, turn around, look at that label, look at that package, and just see if there's a better option. You probably looked at the label and looked at something and you saw a list of the ingredients and it's just so long, some stuff that you can't even pronounce. So again, that list should be, if you're getting rice, it should just be rice, right? Not just everything else. So again, aim for those whole foods, even if it is in the frozen aisle. And then I like to meal prep. And an easy way to do that is just batch cooking. So just cook extra, cook extra, and then you're eating this amount, and then the rest, I might eat tomorrow or maybe the next day. I'm not big on leftovers, but I might eat it. If I freeze it or something like that, I might eat it the following day, depending on what it is. But again, a lot of this stuff is just having a plan of action. Like we have these wellness goals, we have these fitness goals. I want to start eating well, eating healthier. Let me sit down, let me write it out. This is what I want.
Yeah. That is a great tip too, to write these things out in advance, especially like you want to stay on the outside of the grocery store, yes. But if you don't go in with a plan, that's when things can start to get expensive.
Right.
You start picking up things that look good at the moment. If anyone's on a budget, if you write out what you're doing, use a coupon if you need to, but you can plan that out before you get to the store, so that you can also save yourself some money and you don't have leftovers that you're not even going to eat.
Right, right.
So there's definitely great ways. Whether you have a family of 7 or if it's just you at home, there are ways that you can meal prep to fit your needs.
Yeah, it'll definitely save you some time in the grocery store too.
Who
Like
likes
if
to
you-
be there all day, right?
If you have a list, you're in there, boom, bam, bam, and you're out. I
Yes.
mean, if you're just out you're literally just browsing and just hanging out. But yeah, always have a game plan, write it out. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so we're still talking about food here, and another great question we get is, Coach Trav, how many calories am I eating in a day? And if you've just gone to the grocery store and everything looks delicious, we don't want to eat our weekly food budget on Sundays. So how many calories are we supposed to be eating here, Coach?
Well, it's so different for everybody. Everybody has their own individual, basal metabolism rate, how many calories they should consume. So I would definitely recommend getting some type of tracker or calculator. Track. You can go online. You can put down your age, your weight, your height, all these other metrics, and it'll actually give you, I guess, your calorie budget. How much calories you can consume and maintain your current weight. And then, of course, if you're trying to maybe reduce your weight, you would just cut out some of those calories, right? And then again, try to prioritize your protein when you do look at this calorie count, because you want a lot. I don't want to say a lot, but the majority of your calories should come from protein and like fiber, some some fats and a little bit of carbohydrates. So again, there's tons and tons and tons of trackers out there. I've used MyFitnessPal before.
Do you like that one?
It's pretty cool because you can literally scan a barcode and it'll tell you the calorie content. You can actually scan that. It'll break it down like, this item has X amount of calories, has this much protein, has this much carbs, has this much fat. And then it also has, you can put your own personal metrics in it. So for me, it'll say like, Travis, you need 2,100 calories for the day. That's your calorie budget, and then based off of that, I can, put in what I consume throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, it'll tell me like how many calories I actually burnt throughout the day and how many calories I actually consume. So it's different for everyone. So again, a lot of these apps are free. The calculators are free. So try it out. Try out the free version first. But I think MyFitnessPal, it actually has a premium version where you can get it for free for a month. But again, check it out. Again, it's very individualized, personalized. But yeah.
So once again, it's kind of all about your body type and
Right.
like what works best for you. So there's all of these calculators out that will say you need this many calories with this many carbs, this many fats, this many proteins. And then if you find that that's working for you, wonderful. If you find that it's not, then you can adjust that. So he's talking about your BRF, right?
So your basal metabolism rate. So
Yes.
we all
BMR.
burn a certain amount of calories just at rest. Like if I did nothing all day, I would still burn around 2,000 calories a day. That's my basal metabolism rate. So that's kind of like your baseline. So and then so again, play around these some of these calculators, these trackers, just to kind of find out what's your own basal metabolism rate.
Absolutely. And then that's a great way for you to start building a habit, is kind of seeing how much food you're eating when you're putting it in MyFitnessPal. I know that when you first start using it, you might catch that there are extra calories and such that you didn't even know you were adding, oils, butters, added sugar, things like that. So at first it might feel like a lot to be putting in everything that you're eating, but then it also makes you a little bit more aware, right, of what you're putting in your body, and how you're feeling throughout the day after you're consuming those things. And the snacks.
Yeah.
The snacks will get
We
you.
forget about the snacks.
Yep.
We forget about the snacks. Again, I like to take these trackers and I like to consume, track everything that I eat throughout the day. Your drinks, your snacks, and all that good stuff. And again, it's very eye-opening. Like, wow, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm consuming maybe around 2,000 calories throughout my day. But in actuality, I'm actually consuming 3,000 calories. It's like, wow, so right there, once you can understand what you're actually eating, you can choose those adjustments. Again, it's all about calories in versus calories out to a certain extent, depending on, again, there's some, depending on what's going on in your life,
Absolutely. Another thing that can help build those healthy habits too with those trackers is kind of seeing how much you're burning if you have like a smartphone or smartwatch. And then remember that those things can add burning calories that you didn't actually burn, right? So like you don't want to look at that as the end all be all. I burned 10,000 calories today. But that can give you an idea of how hard you're doing your workouts, how much you're burning when you figure out that BMR. So those are some great options as well.
Yeah, I love that.
Absolutely. All right. We talked about how many calories we should be eating. We've talked about whole foods. We talked about snacks. Can we talk a little bit more about supplements now? Because supplements are huge in the fitness community now, but does everyone need supplements, Coach? Because I don't know about it.
No, everyone does not need supplements. Everyone does not need supplements. I feel like, I mean, if you're eating some of those whole foods, right? Some real food, not the processed food stuff. You should be getting a lot of the supplements that your body needs, like the minerals, the nutrients, vitamins that your body needs. But you know, there's some folks who truly miss out on some of those I guess those minerals, some of the other nutrients that you might need, you know. So you know, so maybe there's someone who doesn't eat any veggies, right? Or maybe, you know, so there are some supplements out there that you can get some of those minerals that you might need. Just, you know, it's kind of like there's this one shake that I drink. It's called Athletic Greens, where it's truly like a salad in a cup. You know, you can drink your salad if you want. It has some spinach, some kale, you know, a lot of vitamins and nutrients that, you know, I might have missed out throughout the day because it's busy. But again, but again, if you're eating a well-balanced meal, again, you've been intentional with what you're eating, eat some quality foods, you truly don't need to supplement at all because you're going to get all that nutrients through that whole
foods. Yeah. So it's a supplement. It's not your whole mint.
Yes, I like that.
Perfect. Love it. All right. We are going to take a couple more questions here. So this is another big one. We've gone through our exercise. We've talked about healthy habits in food. And this is a big one that people miss: sleep.
Oh, yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about the average sleep we should be getting? And if you are one of those people that doesn't, let's try to find some new habits there.
Sleep is so important. It's almost as important as being hydrated, you know, because I mean, we all know if you don't sleep well, you don't perform well. You know, you're gonna you're gonna have brain fog later on in the day. You're just not gonna be yourself. You know, you're not gonna be at peak performance. So 7 to 9 hours, you know, we like to focus on that 8 hours of sleep. Try to get at least seven hours of sleep. And I know you guys, there's some folks in the field that it's just tough. You guys work odd hours and all that good stuff. And you got to be back at the garage and back at the terminal. So, I mean, if you can, try to get as much sleep as you can. You know, it has to be quality sleep, you know, some deep sleep. But it's pretty important. So again, you should definitely prioritize your sleep, having a sleep schedule, sleep routine.
There's our healthy habit, right?
Yeah, you know, it's so important. So again, I mean, of course, there's apps for everything. Again, and then just make your space more comfortable. If you do have problems, have a hard time falling asleep, you know, just make your space more comfortable. I know a lot of folks who will eat in their room, you know, that should be separate. Your room should be for eating. Sorry, for sleeping. So when you do go to your room or go to your bed, your body knows like it's time to relax, it's time to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, try to get rid of the devices. I know sometimes it's easy to fall asleep while you're, you know, swiping or scrolling. But you know, you got to rest your mind. And again, put away your device for at least, you know, for a while, 30 minutes or an hour, and then try to get that quality sleep in. It's so important.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to set up your new habits. No one's saying dive all in, right? If you're not getting 8 hours of sleep, no one's saying that you have to immediately do it right now. If you're used to looking at your phone before you go to bed, or if you're used to looking at the TV, just start to cut back a little bit each night. Maybe stop 30 minutes beforehand. Maybe just put it down and do some breathing, which you can do with Coach Johannes. So those are just some other tips that can get you into that sleep hygiene. What do they say, that the best temperature is like below 68 degrees?
I sleep at 62. My
Yeah.
room, I like to be. Seriously, it'll put you to sleep right away.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're one of those people that likes blankets like I do, it needs to be cold so that you can wear the blanket.
And that's a great point. I mean, room temperature is key for quality sleep.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, it's been hot out lately. I mean, it's just tough to get to sleep in a hot room.
Mhm.
So again, plan it out, strategize, try to lower the temperature in that bedroom or your sleeping space, and I guarantee you'll get some quality sleep.
Absolutely. Jim, make sure that there's no light coming in, there's no outside noises as best you can. Noise machines are super helpful to kind of block out. I know if you live in the city, I live off of a busy street. I hear every single car that goes by. Noise machines will change your life.
Yeah, seriously.
So awesome. All right. Well, we're going to open it up to our chat. I see that we have a bubble going on there. So Christina, do we have any awesome questions that we can answer here for these guys?
Thank you for handing it over, Jess. I don't see any current questions. This was from earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are open for questions now.
All right. If any of you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat. If you want to unmute yourself, I don't know if they can, but feel free to unmute. We do have some more questions we can take from you guys, but I want you to have the opportunity. If we've missed anything, you let us know. So while you guys are thinking, here's a great question about habits. So how long does it take to build a habit, Coach?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think they say it probably takes like a solid,
But like 21 days or something like
21
that?
days. I would say 15 to 20 days. I've actually heard like 30 days, so
Okay,
it
that
definitely
makes sense.
takes a while, it takes a while to, get that habit going. But again, like you said, just simple steps. It's like once you start something, and then maybe you kind of fall off the wagon, don't be discouraged and like, this
Yes.
isn't for me, start again. This is day one,
Yes.
starting again, day one, jump back on it, so again, or even if you reach day 14, just start again and eventually you get it, just keep, it's like practice. Keep
Mhm.
practicing and you'll eventually have that habit down,
Keep trying,
Yep.
for sure. See.
We do have some questions coming into the chat. I'll
Okay,
start with the
perfect.
first one here. How do you feel about the green drinks / powders? So maybe supplements, green drink supplements or powders?
Yeah, so you talked about your
Athletic
salad in a
Greens.
cup.
Yeah, AG1 is I think it's working. I definitely encourage some of my clients, some my participants to try it out because it is you do get a lot of your veggie nutrition from those. And again, it's tough. It's tough for
Yeah.
us to eat a full salad or just be mindful throughout the day. So it's just a easy, simple way to get those nutrients in. Just in a nice power drink. So again, I mean, I definitely enjoy them. I drink them. Again, not every single day. It
Mhm.
is something I do prioritize my whole foods. I try to eat as much of my nutrients as I can. But again, there are some days where you're just on the go. You just need something quick, and instead of hitting the drive-through, boom, now you got a nice nutritious drink.
Yeah.
That's pretty beneficial to you.
Great things about those too, right, is you can keep the little packet of it in your car and just fill it up with water. You don't have to have a cooler or anything like that. So those are nice, easy ways to keep some snacks
Yeah.
that are healthy for you.
And again, there's tons and tons of varieties. So again, do your research, look on the back of those labels. There are some that are better than others.
Mhm.
So again, definitely do your research.
And you could do taste tests too.
Yeah.
Taste is going to be a big thing with some of those because they might be gritty if you're not used to them. So I wouldn't go out and buy the big, huge jumbo size at first. Get some samples and kind of go from there.
Okay, we have another question coming in. I see on social media that cardio and/or heavy weightlifting is not the way to lose weight or get fit. Is that true?
Okay. Social media will be.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I get it. I like to say, nutrition is going to be key. It's going to,
Love the
you
diet.
got, yeah, you have to eat right. You cannot, your nutrition guy has to be on point.
Yeah.
But so when you eat right and you gain, it's going to help you. If you're trying to lose weight, it's going to help you lose weight by, I don't know, you might be cutting some calories, introducing some new calories into your body.
Mhm.
But what cardio and strength training is going to do, it's just going to help with your body composition, right? Again, I said earlier, when you do hit the weights, when you strength train, any type of resistance training, I guess, you're just going to build some muscle in your body. And again, I'm not talking about like bulky muscle or anything, just good skeletal muscle that your body needs.
Mhm.
And that's just going to help with everything. Having some quality skeletal muscle in your body, again, it's going to help you burn more calories throughout the day.
Yeah.
And then it's going to help with other things too. So again, resistance training, cardio is going to help burn some calories just at a higher, faster rate. But again, everything in balance. The combination of them both is definitely going to help you hit your fitness goals.
For sure, for sure. You can't outrun a diet, but running is good for you.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know who's saying that you shouldn't do those types of exercises, but coach is right. It definitely has to do with your diet. But cardio is good for your heart.
Yeah.
And then you're building muscle when you're doing strength training. That is definitely better for us as we get older, right? Because our bones start to
Oh, great
deteriorate,
point.
things like that. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
want to touch base on that a little bit because we didn't talk too
So,
much.
yeah, so I mean, just naturally, after the age of 25, definitely after the age of 30, we naturally lose muscle mass and
Mhm.
bone density. And the only way to get it back, right, is resistance training.
Mhm.
So definitely we need to prioritize, just resistance training. Again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be you
Yep.
powerlifting, squatting, or anything like that.
As fun
It
as
could
it
be could be air squats. It could be planks. It could be using a resistance band, just getting a light resistant workout in. But
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely get those things rolling in your routine. And again, that's just another healthy habit to start building. Like Coach said earlier today, you can do 5-10 minutes, get some squats, some push-ups in just to get that body moving, and it will definitely help us as we age. So,
We do.
all right, Christina, I think we got time for one more.
Yes, we have one more coming in. How do you feel about Lara bars?
Oh, I really like Laura, but I forgot about those.
Yeah, I have.
Those are actually really good because that is truly whole ingredients. I mean,
Mhm.
just like real fruit, like it's kind of mashed together with some nuts and grains and
Dates
oats,
and all
dates, and
that.
all that good stuff. So those I would definitely rank those up, like literally top 2 or 3 bars because it's like real food.
Yeah.
Real food. I know quality protein. Again, the body do need carbs, right? We like to harp on carbs so much but your bodies do need some carbs. And you're gonna get some carbs from the fruit, and then fiber. Fiber is gonna keep you full. It helps with whole types of things. And you get all of that in your Lar bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like you said earlier, just make sure you're kind of looking at the food labels. If you're not sure how to read food labels, we do have some of that stuff posted on our website. We have done some videos on those as well. But you can also Google it to kind of give you a better idea of how to break down, what's a good protein bar, what has too much sugar, things like that. We also always suggest if you want to talk to a nutritionist or a dietitian, those are some great options as well because they can cater everything specifically towards you. So try to give those options a chance. But all right, looks like we are about to close off here. Coach Trav, it is always so fun
Oh yeah.
hanging out with you, learning more about the fitness side of things. He gave you guys a lot of healthy habits today. So when you see him out in the field, give him a shout, come over, say hello. They also always have incentives, so you can get a nice tool to help you out. Oh, I'm seeing this pop up. EAP. Yes, the EAP does have nutrition help. That is a fantastic question. You guys can go on there. If you have the Cigna insurance, if you've opted into that, you can also go on. They have nutrition programs there that are about 6 weeks or so that you can go through. They can also set you up with a nutritionist or a dietitian if you want to talk to them as well. So great question. But on that note, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today. Once again, I was your host, Jess Gregory. We were here with Coach Trav. You will see him out in the field. Quick plug, he does have a live workout coming out next Monday, so you want to make sure you register for that. That is another great way to get those healthy habits in. Always check us out on our YouTube channel if you want to see other great videos from Coach Trav, as well as Coach Johannes, our life coach. And I do want to say that this is a Motivate Me activity. You can self-report that you participated in this. So please make sure that you do that, because that is free money back on your check, guys. And we hope that we will see you next time when we do one of these other awesome live chats again. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us, and have an awesome day.
Take care, team.
Okay.